Late nights and cheap wine.
Now Underscore has a soundboard. Ho, ho, ho.
Late nights and cheap wine. We gather around the mic, just killing time. Tales of glory days, now long behind. A podcast of dads who've lost their minds.
Hey, it's Underscore of the Time Pals, and this week for our quick, surprise Christmas episode, we decided to get the whole group together to talk about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Now, the reason we're talking about this is we were in a production meeting for the last Christmas episode that'll be released soon, or I guess you're listening to this in the future, so that just released. And I was shocked that I want to say almost everybody said Die Hard was not a Christmas movie. And the reason why was Die Hard, to me, in my opinion, is a Christmas movie almost out of sheer spite. Like it feels like the internet said, "Hey, this is a movie set at a Christmas party. It's got Christmas themed elements such as Let It Snow and Joyful Joyful," and the internet seemed to embrace it as a actual movie about Christmas, being that the setup is around Christmas. So when everybody turned around and said, "Hey, no, this is impossible. This is not a Christmas movie. Go away." And then, of course, Jon Powell said a bunch of stuff I can't repeat. I said, well, we got to talk about this because you are literally going against basically accepted fact at this stage. So with me to argue whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie, we have Jon Powell.
Hello, this is me. I'm not a mumbling 3 or 4 year old child in the background of Underscore's microphone.
Oh, is he loud?
I'm an adult human. Damn it! I'm a man.
We're still not quite sure about that.
I'll see what I can do.
No, the jury is still out on that, though, John.
Consider this an emergency podcast, so whatever else we have going on in the background, what's going on in the background.
I don't think we should give a shit about the background stuff, man. Like, we got kids, we got noise. It is what it is.
It is in the name of the show.
Yeah, man.
And then with me also is ShadoSpartan.
Howdy. Merry Christmas.
And somebody, I guess, dropped a bucket on their kid. And then now...
Sorry, that was me slamming down my can of Liquid Death. Liquid Death cherry, cherry flavored sparkling water.
He's got a chair. Not this way. And then finally, Nickell.
I do actually enjoy recording a lot more in the evening than in the morning. A lot more chaos. I love it.
Things will be better.
Yeah. We need to cue up the Jeffersons theme song.
Honestly, it's going to be better energy, but the energy is also because everybody in all of our houses is awake. You know what I mean? It's like, it's going to be crazy sometimes.
Right. Yep. I love it.
Yep.
So how do you guys want to start this off? Because one, I was shocked that you guys are 100% saying that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, which means one of us has to defend it as a Christmas movie. Guessing that person's
Dom said that he says it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I
really think it is.
Thank God. Please, Dom, please educate everybody for me.
Well, who's going? No, you're going first with your why it isn't a Christmas movie, I believe, Mr. Underscore.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to take my trademark change of heart. Because if Dom's by himself and I can't leave a ShadoSpartan to fight this war on his own.
Well, no. He's not. I have a special guest coming in to help argue for his case.
Is it going to be your kid and he's going to start screaming into the mic?
Potentially.
Sweet. So my main argument about why Die Hard is not a Christmas movie is one, I'm un-American. And then two, it does have the Christmassy background. I get it. But it's window dressing. There's nothing about the Christmas story itself that feels like it's got the trappings of it, if that makes sense. You might as well just have it on a random day in winter. The idea is that it could be at any point in time. Whereas you have other Christmas movies that we'll get to where the trappings around Christmas, the point of Christmas, whether or not it's something like Children of Men, where they've got some fundamental stuff in there, or you've got something like Gremlins, where the whole point is I'm buying a gift. There's elements of that make those movies more Christmassy than Die Hard. Die Hard just happens to take place on a day where you associate it with Christmas, but it does not make it Christmas.
Okay, I mean
That's where I
that's
disagree.
a common argument that I hear. I feel like that's kind of one of the biggest ones. Is it's Christmas adjacent, or it just takes place. It just happens to be on Christmas.
The most famous line is him saying "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." It's not when he draws "ho ho ho" on somebody's chest. So,
That's
like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? It is not a Christmas movie.
Right. He's not saying Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Yeah, he should have. That's what they should have really done. They should have done that too. If it was a Christmas movie, he should have kicked somebody down an elevator stairwell or an elevator well, and then that's what he should have said. But he didn't.
No, if he
been
kicked
so
someone down an
much
elevator,
better.
he should have done like "ho ho, hope you have a good landing."
You have a good landing. It works, right? It works. It works. Right? Not a Christmas movie.
No.
You guys should write the script for the next Die Hard movie.
Oh,
we
no,
will.
I am.
Please no.
We will.
Let that man rest. All right, Dom, go for it.
Happy Arbor Day, motherfucker.
Die Hard, the best Arbor Day movie.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard 6, just trees.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's plenty of movies out there that some people consider Christmas movies, even if they're not specifically about Christmas.
Here's
Fair.
the thing. There's a difference between I watch this movie on Christmas every year, which is if you heard the last Christmas episode is my example with Independence Day. And the difference between this movie is centered around a Christmas theme. So there is a huge difference.
Maybe, but when I was watching Elijah Wood, I think it was one of those, he was like answering questions that people type in on Google about him. And like, I think somebody asked if the Lord of the Rings movies are Christmas movies. And at first I thought, well, that just seems weird because it has nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever. But the way he answered, just saying, I think they do really well when you watch them around Christmas time. And so he kind of considers them to be Christmas movies in a weird way.
But that just kind of goes back to what I was saying. So Home Alone, both of them actually are considered to be Christmas movies, but none of them take place in December. So
Sure.
like so at the same time, like, do you consider them a Christmas movie? And I know people argue, yes, they do, right? But none of them take place in an actual Christmas setting. It just happens to be Christmases in the background, but it's based off a child's wish, basically.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Christmas. And then to go back onto your celebrity saying like, hey, I think this or that, Bruce Willis himself has said this is not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but that was just a comedy joke that they just gave him a script and they were like, okay, here's all the jokes you need to read. And he thought it'd be funny.
I believe Dom on
Bruce
that.
Willis just got this movie because Frank Sinatra was too old for it anyway.
This is true. That actually is a true statement.
Accurate.
Because this is a sequel
yes.
to what was the movie that Sinatra did in the 60s, 50s, something like that? He can do that.
Robin and his Seven Hoods.
Yes, Robin and Seven Hoods.
It was intended to be a sequel to it, right?
Yes. And contractually Sinatra got dibs. And then he was like, look at me, no.
What was the actual movie? That is a real statement.
Oh, it's not Robin and the Seven Hoods?
No, I was just fucking with you guys. That movie was
Really?
basically a cash grab because he made Ocean's 11.
It's called The Detective. It's called The Detective.
The Detective,
that
right?
makes more sense. That makes more sense. I completely forgot if I'm arguing for or against this Die Hard being a Christmas movie in the middle of my conversation, by the way. Was I arguing yes or no? I was arguing no, right?
You said it's not a Christmas movie.
No, okay, thank God, because I could not remember as I was talking.
Yeah, Mike, we're against it.
Okay.
It's not
okay.
a Christmas movie.
Thank God. Okay, cool. Because terrorism doesn't always have to happen on Christmas. Terrorism can happen at any point in time, whenever.
I mean, hell, it could happen early September.
It could happen in the middle of the sentence.
This is just an example of domestic terrorism. Go.
No, Dom, yeah. Shadows on.
Because I'm trying to think of like other movies, like even Iron Man 3 takes place on Christmas Eve. And by the end, it still kind of felt like a Christmas movie for a superhero movie. And then if it wasn't on the nose enough, I mean, John's wife is named Holly, for crying out loud. Holly Jolly Christmas. Yay.
Oh, that's a good point. Sure. I mean, That's a loose point, but that's good. I never thought about that.
It's enough for me. It's not much, but yeah,
It's not much, but it's honest work.
it'll forever be a Christmas movie.
Also, I was very confused when you said John's wife. I'm like, no, my wife's name is not Holly.
But I should say, as a disclaimer, today was the first day I ever watched a Die Hard movie.
Oh my God. Are you serious? Well, what?
That's what everyone at work said. I'm like, hey, it's my first time watching Die Hard.
Well,
they're like, what the fuck?
Dish, what did you think?
Yeah, now I want to hear this. Fuck the argument. Tell us what you thought.
Yeah, let's spend some time on that.
Still thought it was a great movie.
Do you think it has
movie.
earned, or do you think it deserves? And I'm not sure if people have changed their opinions on this, but for a very long time, Die Hard was either tied or interchangeable with the movie Hard Boiled as the best action movie of all time. And so if you have just seen Die Hard, obviously, I mean, I think the last time I heard that claim was 10, 15 years ago. Do you feel like it would have deserved that previously, or is it just a quality action movie?
Probably just a quality action movie. Because Hard Boiled was awesome.
Right?
I did get to see that one.
Hard Boiled was fucking great.
But as for Die Hard, it's like, yeah, it's definitely worth seeing.
I mean, to be fair, Die Hard is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely favorite action movies. But I still cannot accept it as a Christmas movie.
Why can you not?
Well, it shouldn't be considered a Christmas movie. And I'll start off with a couple simple, just some facts, okay? Muppets Christmas Carol was released in December 1992. The Santa Claus, November 1994. Home Alone, November 1990. Ernest Saves Christmas, November 1988. It's a Wonderful Life, December 1946. A Nightmare Before Christmas, October 1993. It's apropos, though, because it is a Halloween and Christmas movie. So they released it in time for both holidays. A Christmas Story was released November 1983. Polar Express, November 2004. Elf, November 2003. Just a few examples of movies that are considered to be Christmas classics. They were all released in theaters around the holidays. But more importantly, in all of these classic Christmas movies mentioned, the main themes are family, magic, joy, generosity, and the conflict in all of these movies is some form of the threat of losing the Christmas spirit, of losing Christmas magic, or losing the meaning of Christmas. Or maybe the main character learns the meaning of generosity.
Oh, thank God. I got back and you're still talking exactly what I was hoping you're going to be talking about.
So
'Cause that's exactly what I would say.
Okay.
True.
So
yeah.
at no point in Die Hard is it ever expressed that John McClane, or Hans Gruber for that matter, is in danger of losing the Christmas spirit. At no point in the movie do they mention, oh, we got to get Christmas spirit back. We got to find the true meaning of Christmas. At no point is that even implied.
I don't think you know me, I'm in the camp of it's not a Christmas movie, but I don't think the threat of losing the Christmas spirit is necessarily a requirement for a Christmas movie.
Okay, listen, sir. You'll have your turn.
I'm just saying.
You'll have your turn. You let me have my
I'm on
turn.
your side.
You let me have my turn. You'll have your turn.
Yeah, man, why do we give him? Why does he have? Why is he the only one with the soundboard?
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Because at any point in time, if John starts to win this argument, I'm just fucking taking it all back.
God, he's
all
like
right. So listen.
He's like a smooth brown version of Genie from Aladdin. He doesn't need this kind of power.
So listen. Another thing. Another real big thing that Die Hard's missing is a huge, huge key element in most Christmas movies. And that's the faith and the belief from a child of the Christmas magic.
Exactly. Iron Man 3 is way more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
The movie Die Hard barely acknowledges the McClane's children.
Yeah.
In fact, John McClane doesn't even mention his daughter Lucy until Die Hard 3.
You know, you didn't. Did you mention that Die Hard was released in July?
Hey, you're stepping on my toes here, Mikey.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Now, if you replace John McClane with Kevin McAllister, saving his family from Hans Gruber in Nakatomi Plaza, then we got a Christmas movie. And the Home Alone 2 we all should have had. So, in conclusion, I'm going to read you some other movie releases. Gremlins, June 1984.
More of a Christmas movie.
Armageddon, June 1998. Con Air, June 1997. The Rock, Mike Hit the Explosion, June 1996. June 1996, and Die Hard, July 1988. Those are all summer blockbusters, my friend. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie because Die Hard is a summer blockbuster. It's as simple as that.
Well, I feel bad because Dom's arguing for himself effectively. So I invited a friend of mine in to argue because I in good conscience myself could not argue against my belief that it is in fact not a Christmas movie. So
I can't believe you found somebody I hate more than B-Train.
So this is a friend of mine. He's a lawyer. His name is Phineas. And I'll bring him in right now. Why, hello, good sirs. My name is Phineas J Poon Esq, and I am but a humble Southern lawyer. How do you do tonight?
I hate this show.
The
I got my
argument
suspicions.
Oh no, it's just me from down south. This argument that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie largely hinges on whether the setting of a film is a sufficient condition for genre classification. If a movie takes place on or around Christmas time, is this condition enough for labeling a movie a Christmas movie? The naysayers will have to argue that setting alone is not a sufficient condition for genre classification. Here's the thing, though, for us believers. We don't need to show that holiday settings in all films are sufficient for the Christmas label. We just need to show that for Die Hard, this setting is sufficient. Christmas films, so the argument goes, must not only be set on or around Christmas, they must also take as the central storyline the holiday itself. The Christmas setting in Die Hard is tangential to the principal tone and focus of the film. Though Die Hard takes place on Christmas, its primary genre is action. Die Hard does not move beyond action. It does not employ Christmas themes or storylines. Die Hard is therefore an action film that just happens to take place on Christmas. This is what the primary argument is for people like Chris and Underscore. Now, what exactly does that common argument above mean? It means that truly Die Hard is first an action movie, and secondly, a movie that takes place on Christmas. But even if we concede that setting is not a sufficient condition for Christmasdom, we can still make the case that Die Hard goes beyond setting, incorporating also Christmas themes and motifs, and that these things, settings and themes, combine to form sufficient conditions for a Christmas movie. We'll do this by showing how Die Hard stands apart from the so-called happens to be set at Christmas films. What are Christmas movie themes? What makes a Christmas movie, I ask you? One definition might entail how integral the holiday is to the story. Does the story work without the holiday? Is it still as effective? One might then suggest that the action elements that make Die Hard good are ones that can take place in any season. The center of Die Hard still holds when Christmas is taken away. A Christmas movie must somehow capture the spirit of the holiday, including its modernized tones, good cheer, family, and charity, as well as its religious undertones, birth, renewal, salvation. These are themes that we do see in Die Hard, despite the fact that they, you know who they are, say it does not include these features. And I vehemently disagree, sirs. I vehemently disagree. To argue this anecdotally, there are around 20 references to Christmas in Die Hard, including holiday parties, Santa hats, Christmas trees, ho-ho-hos, and the song Christmas in Hollis by the hippity-hop group known as Run DMC.
You did all that just to say the word hippity hop in a southern accent, you fucking
I'm
bastard.
pretty sure he did.
In fact, the script itself has the first thing you see after a fade-in being,
How have we not heard him go,
Christmas-
I say.
I say to you,
There it is, god damn it.
in fact, the script itself has the first thing that you see after the fade-in being Christmas tinsel on light poles. The very first thing. Now, that is still just a small bit, and it only means that so far we are only able to say that Die Hard contains many Christmassy elements, but not how it compares to other films. I found a graph of the average number of Christmas songs in movies that are most often associated with Christmas between the years of 1988, when Die Hard released, and 1997. So while my data, 2017. I don't know why I said 1997. So while my data is roughly 7 years behind and might be off by a % or two, it is still applicable. My first question to each of you: what % of so-called Christmas movies do you think actually have Christmas movies in them? Christmas songs,
in them?
Christmas
10%.
songs in them.
10%.
Nickell?
Well, I mean, the mere fact that wasn't the Grinch in Die Hard, the mere fact that they're using How the Grinch Stole Christmas in Die Hard means that they're just referencing Christmas and is not, in fact, a Christmas movie.
Sir, I will ask you to stay and answer the question. You swore an oath?
I didn't swear shit.
You didn't? Oh, shit. Well, you should have. That's the bailiff's fault.
The defense doesn't have to swear an oath.
I put my question back to you. Nickell, how many % of all the Christmas movies do you feel actually have Christmas songs in them?
Let's see. Home Alone. Home Alone has a bunch.
Just a ballpark % is okay. You don't have to go through all the ones you know.
No. You're right. Please continue. Continue.
Home Alone has a bunch. I know the Grinch. You know, like I said, I know. I'm pretty sure Die Hard has the Grinch in it, right? When they take away the maid, like the Grinch is playing, or I may be mistaken on that one, but I'm pretty sure like a Christmas movie is on TV, which is a reference to one of the movies I referenced to, an actual Christmas movie. What other movies? Gosh, I'm gonna have to think
I
about
will just say that there are 13,000. There are 13,700 Christmas movies in this period.
And he's only on number 4. Please continue, sir.
13,000. I'm pretty sure that is an inaccurate number. 13,000 Christmas songs. I hear typing.
Nope. 13,700 Christmas movies
That's John. You know it's John.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just over here off to the side.
I know.
Yeah,
You know,
I gotta
so
fact check.
we can
You
hear you
you
through
and
your
not-
friend's microphone.
not Phineas.
No,
You can tell he's kind of wily. I'm gonna fact check him for you guys.
Mr. Powell, we have a guest. Please refrain from typing while he's speaking.
Apologies, you're correct. You're correct. Sorry. Well, if I will be allowed to speak again,
Oh, absolutely. Go
I
ahead.
will let you know that within that time period, 1988 to 2017, 95 of all Christmas movies that came out had zero Christmas music in them. In fact, most movies have a single Christmas song in them of the 5% that actually have a song. Die Hard has 3.
Do you mean in the actual universe or like in the soundtrack?
In the soundtrack, official songs on the soundtrack, background noise,
Okay,
jingling
Home
bells.
Alone had a bunch, right?
Yes, but I'm talking about all the movies. Now, bear with me. Die Hard had 3 songs: "Christmas in Hollis" by Run DMC,
Okay.
"Let It
Okay.
Snow,"
All right.
and "Winter Wonderland."
Okay.
Now, some people like to argue that for some reason, and this is a bit preposterous to me, that "Singing in the Rain" is one, but that makes zero sense to me, and
No,
I'm not
but
one to grasp at straws just to make an argument. I'm an honest man.
Is Winter Wonderland a Christmas song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mention Christmas at all.
It doesn't mention Christmas at
Yeah.
all. It just talks about
That-
things around Christmas. Winter Wonderland, I would argue, is the Die Hard of so quote unquote Christmas songs.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
let's
All right.
just say,
Maybe
okay.
there's an argument for January. Is Winter Wonderland a Christmas song?
Now, just if we're talking just the music, Die Hard is more Christmas-like than 97% of films. Not to mention that when John McClane is sitting up front in the limo with Argyle, who picks him up from the airport, and Argyle begins playing Run DMC, and John McClane says, "Can we put on some Christmas music?" He specifically asks for Christmas music.
Sure.
To which Argyle replies, "That is Christmas music."
Well, sure. I'm not. Nobody's arguing that it doesn't take
No.
place at Christmas time.
Just don't worry. I'll get there.
Okay.
Now, we might be asked to put forward movies set on Christmas that are not considered Christmas movies for the sake of argument. In Bruges, Trading Places, About a Boy, all set at Christmas time. Now, a publication I found called The BuzzFeed, it features a list of such movies that do not take place at Christmas but are considered Christmas movies. These films, of which the examples I pulled are Harry Potter, Mean Girls,
Agreed.
The Long Kiss Goodnight,
Agreed.
Gremlins, which you mentioned, yes,
Agreed.
and Jumanji,
Agreed.
the proper Jumanji, not whatever that bastardization was
Right.
with Mr. Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart.
Right. Agreed.
Those only partially feature Christmas, and some of these films take place over an entire year, which means the portion that does take place at Christmas is merely a drop in the bucket of the overall timeline, and yet some of them are synonymous with Christmas from a societal standpoint. Die Hard takes place over the course of 12 hours. Which hours, you might ask? The hours leading up to Christmas Day. I challenge anyone to show me a movie set entirely at Christmas time that is not a Christmas movie. The argument that Christmas is not essential to the Die Hard storyline, preposterous. Christmas is the raison d'etre for all events and character evolutions in the film.
The raison d'etre.
He's using big Southern words.
Jeez, it's above me.
John McClane arrives in Los Angeles because it's Christmas. He attempts to rekindle his relationship with Holly because it's Christmas. The robbery occurs at the plaza, also because of Christmas. The Christmas party and the ease of taking hostages, because the police will be less active. Al Powell himself is only there because he had stopped to buy his pregnant wife some Twinkies on the way home. And we can easily deduce that he's working Christmas Eve for overtime. As far as Christmas themes, rekindling of family ties right there. McClane is trying to win Holly back. Al Powell's child is waiting to be born and come into the world at Christmas time. And the hunt for the lone savior, John McClane. These all seem very Christmas-like to me. We might also read McClane's role as a Christ-like figure.
What? No.
Now, normally I'm not one to push false idols or make comparison to the good Lord Brown Jesus.
Oh, Jesus, this is too good.
Here we go.
But McClane himself isn't the one on trial here. One who is put under trial by forces of evil in his attempts to redeem everyone. Often he is barefoot and is cut with glass. These marks Stigmata, one might say,
Oh,
correspond to the marks on Christ during the crucifixion. The feet and hands. The feet and the hands. McLean also complains often of a headache, the pain in his head like Christ's crown of thorns. In Die Hard, it is McLean who must be delivered. It is he who must save others. These themes simply could not exist without the Christmas backdrop, and the film is indisputably better and more resonant with those themes in place. As for the release date, yes, Die Hard did release in summer, but also keep in mind that the Christmas movie, the most Christmas movie of all time, Miracle on 34th Street, came out on May of 1947.
Not the most Christmas movie of all time. I disagree.
I put forth that even if Die Hard's very Christmas setting isn't enough to call it a Christmas movie, its themes have Christmas written all over them like blood on a white tank top. It brings people together every year to spend time with one another and bask in the triumph of good over evil. And if nothing else, we can all agree that it was a Christmas miracle that Ellis got shot.
That was beautiful.
I applaud
Phineas,
you.
I didn't know really where you were going to take that, man. But
Phineas, I applaud you.
stop. Hey, order. No, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. No.
However, I mean, did you listen to all of the other movies that I listed?
He clearly did not.
You can't just list one movie and use that as like a.
So I got you. I got you.
As a
Chris.
counter.
I got you, Chris. So to do the only counter that we've got to
All right.
begin with, this case should never have gone to trial. The Southern Hyper Chicken has not produced one iota of tangible evidence that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. He has relied on the statistics of a study that we do not have a source for scientific data. And if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then How the Grinch Stole Christmas is only a heist movie. One character mentioning Christmas in December has as much bearing on Die Hard as, say, Django Unchained is a slapstick comedy because there's a laugh in it.
Damn.
John McClane does not do any of his good deeds because it's Christmas. He does so because Lethal Weapon did it first. I stand to you, as a Yankee, maybe close to a Southern dandy as his guest is as close to a hyper chicken from the South, to tell you this. The only reason why Die Hard is a Christmas movie is because of the internet. And them seeing snow equated that to Christmas. And I applaud John's guest, the attorney, whose name I can't fucking remember.
Phineas.
Phineas, I thank you.
Phineas J Poon. He's motioning to me. Phineas J Poon Esquire.
I applaud the energy and the effort of Phineas J Poon Esquire. I understand that Phineas J Poon Esquire is trying to create the argument that it's a Christmas movie because it's almost Christmas time. But I have one standard that I believe defeats this purpose. Now, will the Hallmark Channel play Die Hard? The Hallmark Channel plays only Christmas movies every year.
Yeah.
I rest my case. I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
I'm just going to say this. He had to go to the bathroom fast. We're being real loose with the term movie when we're talking about Lifetime movies, aren't we?
Are they on film, sir? Are they presented as movies, sir? Is there a script and a camera and lighting, sir?
I mean, in as far as, old Cinemax porn was.
Are those movies? Is anything a movie? Are you a movie? My point is, just because you put it on film, and just because you have somebody mention a Christmas track, just because John McClane gives a watch to his wife, does not make it a Christmas miracle. It just makes it an action movie. Thank you.
I'll read what I got wrote. Because it doesn't matter. Like, we debate this for fun. Because ultimately it doesn't matter. The only thing that separates a normal pine tree from a Christmas tree is hanging up a bunch of crap you made in grade school and throwing some string lights on it. And the only difference between unacceptable daytime binge drinking and celebrating is doing it around that tree with family. If it's your holiday tradition to get together with your family and get cozy on the couch and watch Die Hard, then goddamn it, it's a Christmas movie. If you feel like it lacks that certain je ne sais quoi and the Christmas magic to be called a Christmas movie, that's fine too. The important thing is being with those that love you and that you love. So from all of us at Time Pals, we wish you all a happy, merry, joyous, and safe
God damn it.
holiday season.
That was so good. And then the fucking gong.
Goddamn.
Nickell being exasperated by me seems as good a time as any to close out 2024. I wanted to wish our listeners a happy holidays while the Time Pals are taking a break until early January. And we will be back somehow geekier, daddier, and pallier. Thank you to the Media Network for helping grow the show, as well as our friends at Legendary Supplements and Dead Zone Popstars. Finally, I wanted to shout out Jon Powell, Nickell, and ShadoSpartan for all of their hard work and dedication to the Time Pals. Without them, this little show would never have reached the level of fun that I have had producing it. As long as they feel they're entertaining you guys, I'll just keep hitting record. So for the last time in 2024, this is Underscore for the rest of the Time Pals. We'll see you next time.